Happy New Year, friends. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Masha, and today we are going to look at how to fill au pair applications. So let's get to it. I've joined a few lives on TikTok, and au pair is really becoming a common thing which people are doing. And I've seen so many people are asking and even paying people to help them fill in the au pair application. And let's be honest, it's not easy to find a family and start working. But today I'm going to show you how to fill in the au pair application, and I will use the AUPAIR.com. There's so many apps that you can use to fill in to apply for an au pair. And I'm gonna use my profile, and then you can take, it's important that you don't skip any step, because if you fill in the way I'm going to show you, you have higher chances that you're going to get a family, and then you can, it will be easier for you to fill in the application. So the first thing you need to do, and let me point out something very important. If you really want to become an au pair, make sure before you go in to fill in the application, you already have your passport, because you could be lucky and you could get a family who wants you like ASAP, and you don't have a passport, so you start looking for a passport. So it's good before you really think about becoming an au pair, get your passport. Yeah, so get a pen and a paper and let's go through it. You have to log in, and you go to Google and you just type AUPAIR.com, and then the website will come, and then they will tell you to find you register as an au pair, or you register as a host who is looking for an au pair. For you, you're an au pair, so you click register. You're a new person, so you click on register, and then the first thing you're gonna see is the contact details. These are really personal information. If you can't fill this one, then you have a problem, because it's your names, your address, where you come from, your Skype, Facebook. This is really personal details that you need to give, so they should not have a problem with that. Then from the contact details, we have personal details. The second one, this is also personal information, like we have date of birth, nationality, other nationality, if you have education, your highest degree, name of the school, please be honest, then your language. Here you have to, this, if you know Swahili, like for me, I can speak Swahili, English, Kikuyu, German, a bit of Hungarian. Just write these languages that you can speak, really important. Then you fill in, then they ask you, do you have children? You have to give in answers. So the first two is really about, do you smoke? Be honest if you smoke. If you don't, can you swim? Be honest. This is my advice. Everything you're filling in, make sure you're honest. Then from there, we have job requirements. So here, the au pair, I like this app from all the rest. Looking for an au pair, like I said, you have a lot of apps that can help you get join au pair. But for me, AUPAIR.com is my favorite, because they give you all chances to become whatever you need. Like this one, you can say you want to be au pair, you want to be caregiver, you want to be granny au pair, live-in tutor, home share with elderly, online tutor, virtual childcare. It has like a lot of options of what you want. For you, you want au pair. I did a video on caregiving and how you can, because when you click on caregiver for elderly, they tell you it's good that it should be important that you don't need a visa to go to this country, that you want to be a caregiver. But if you've watched my previous video on caregiving, I said you can go as a caregiver, and then as an au pair, and then you become a caregiver. because here they insist that if you choose caregiving as a job you want, make sure the country you want to go, there's no visa requirement, but you can go around it and become an au pair and then become a caregiver. Yeah, so you can also click caregiver, au pair. This is what I have chosen here, what I want to. Then they ask you how many children do you want to take. I mean, I will take care of children from which age. You have to choose. Are you good with working with newborns? Are you good with working with a 9, 6 and 7 years old? Are you good at working with teenagers? You have to choose what you're comfortable with and what you have experience from. Yeah, hours of childcare experience in the past 24 months. You have to, this you don't have to have gone to, I don't know, school for it, or I don't know, that your younger sister who you take care of, or your niece or nephew, this is your experience. So if you've taken care of them, like, I don't know, 2 hours a day, or just calculate all together and you can come up with how many hours you think that you have really good experience on childcare. Yeah, would you work for a single parent? You have to be honest and say yes or no. And sometimes I've had cases where, like, you say yes, you want to work with a single parent, and then it's like the dad, and then you're from a foreign country and you don't know this family. So my advice is you choose a family with both parents, because I've seen cases, or I have chosen where I want to work. One time I chose where I want to work with a single parent, and it was the dad. And then the questions this person is asking later, they don't really relate to child caregiving. You know, it's a bit suspicious. So for safety, if you're a first time and I'm going to a foreign country, I think it's good that you choose both parents, then you're safe. Yeah. Would you take care of children with special needs? If you can't, just say no. If you're yes. If you can take care of children with special needs, say yes. Always be honest. And then the caregiving part, because I chose caregiving and I chose au pair in my application. If you really want to do caregiving, you choose what you're trained on: companionship, walks and outing, mobility support, cleaning and laundry, like domestic work, cooking meals, bathing and dressing. Whatever you're trained at, you can choose from here. Would you take care of people with special needs? Again, if you can't, because taking care of old people, like for instance with dementia, or people with Alzheimer, it's all different. How you take care of this person is different. You have to be trained on how to do it. So be honest. As usual, I keep insisting you should be honest. Then you have your earliest starting date, your latest starting date, duration of stay. Say whatever you want. If you want to be with them for a year, for 2 years, just fill in this. Then you have preferred countries, and it should be maximum of 5. This is where you think about it. Which country do I want to go? Can I do languages? Because if I go to a country where I'm not able to, I mean, they need someone to do their language. For instance, I don't know, Austria, we have to learn German. You have to think. Maybe you can choose a country where they're doing, where they speak English. If you can speak English, Canada, England, I don't know, USA, all those countries which they can speak English. So if you don't want, or you're not willing to learn a new language, just choose the countries where they learn English. Do not allow families from foreign countries. Then this is the thing about the aupair.com. It tells you if you're from, for instance, Kenya, they don't allow, I don't know, au pairs to go to Australia or so. They give you the countries where you're not allowed to go, so you don't choose those ones. Then preferred areas, you can say, do you want to work in a big city, suburb, town, village? Choose where you're comfortable. Yeah. Would you live with the family with pets? Would you take care of pets? Would you work extra to earn some additional money? Fill in whatever you feel is correct. For me, the last one, would you work extra to earn some additional money? If you need it, you can say yes, because this extra work usually is not so much. Like for maybe emptying the dishwasher, or I don't know, walking the dog, which is fun. Usually it's not like a lot of work to do, so I advise it like you just say, yes, I can do a little bit of extra work to get a bit of money. Yeah. Then from there, moments. So letters of description. Oh, this is where everything is going round and round. What should I write? What is not good for me? So they give you a chance. They say, tell us who you are. And most of the host families who are looking for au pairs, they usually come to this point. They want to know, how did you describe yourself? Did you put effort to it? Is it important to you? And be mindful of what you write. Yeah. So they are like, they ask you, who are you? This is not where you say, I don't know. Of course you can say your name, but you've already written your name when you're doing the application. This is where you give a little bit, just a few details about yourself, and make sure it's something like has, you know, it captures the attention of the host family. Why you want to become au pair and caregiver for elderly, why the candidate should host you, why you qualify for this position. It's like the CV of the au pair. This is where you like put time to it. Yeah. So, who are you? I have written, my name is Irene. I come from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm a happy, positive girl who likes traveling, reading books, doing safaris in my own country, and I love learning new things. So they already know a bit of me apart from my name, apart from what I filled in the form. Then describe your experience as au pair and caregiver for elderly. Why would you like to become an au pair and caregiver for elderly abroad? Why would you want to do that? So again, I say I'm a positive girl who loves to work with both children and elderly. I connect well with children when I'm playing with them, teaching them something fun, and most importantly, listening to them. I have worked with kids for the last 2 years, and my future goal is to keep working with kids or the elderly in our society. Working abroad as an au pair will give me a chance to learn new things and see places that I've never been before. Au pair is an exchange program, so don't be scared to say like you want to explore, you want to travel. It's for that. It's for you to go to this country and experience more of the other country. Describe yourself in a few words and tell us about your interests and hobbies and what would you like to do after being an au pair and caregiver for the elderly. So I love working with children. So after my au pair program, I would consider being a kindergarten teacher or working with the elderly, as it's my passion too. So say something that is closer to what you're doing. If you're going as a caregiver, just say something which is close so that, you know, you come out as someone who is honest and who knows what they're doing. So this is what I wrote. You can play the video back and just listen to what I wrote and then connect this and be able to fill in your form. I said, this is like the most important part when you're filling in the au pair application form. Then the next one is manage pictures. I have pictures of me and my other baby where I was taking care of. If you can see this, where I have been au pair. This is so sweet. You know, we went out hiking and all. You can put these pictures, you know, just to show. If you can put pictures of you and your nieces and nephews, whatever you have, just to show that, you know, you really want to become an au pair. Those are just my old pictures when I was an au pair. I'm not an au pair anymore. Then the last one is references. If you have any reference, this will be good, but it's not so necessary. You can say it's your first time like professionally doing it, so you have always taken care of your elder siblings and your relatives, so they did give you a reference letter. This is not so much. And then videos, if you want to put any, this is also not so important. According to experience, the host family will go to letter and description, so mind what you write there. This is where they really know you. yeah, and that's it, and that's how you create the AUPAIR profile. So I've seen people paying for this. If you go step by step and you miss this and you don't know how to write this, I think we have a problem. And then I think I'll join the class where they're charging people in a lot of money to fill in this form. So use my form to create yours. I was always lucky to find families. I was always honest and I had the right intentions. So make sure you're honest. It can bring you so far away. Your support to me is by subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.